Have you seen the new Rick and Morty? From Monday?
Yeah.
Aye, what do you think?
I like the new Rick and Morty. It's, again, what we were discussing possibly last time, talking about Rick and Morty, where sometimes it's the Rickus Rick, and sometimes it isn't. I feel that one was an episode where it was definitely a different reality.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I would have said the exact opposite. I feel like they were... That
was back to
closer
to character,
they made a really big deal about like not all of Morty's consciousness coming out of the machine. So him keeping the machine running to like get it back, sort of. So I feel like that's going to be important. I feel like Morty's going to just like be a total bitch for the next couple of episodes. Like do whatever Rick says again.
But no, I feel that's why it's not the Rick's reality, because it means a compromise of Morty's character. Because like you say, they left portions of his personality behind. And it's not entirely clear how it's going to like manifest itself. It is a bit, you know, a kind of loose interpretation. Because they had kids and stuff like that. Like parts of his personality had children.
Yeah.
So how does that affect his pre-existing personality?
Maybe it's just an even smaller, it becomes an even smaller fraction. And then like when somebody like dies in the game, then their part kind of gets like,
rebalanced somewhere else.
Maybe it's always exactly like when someone is born, someone else dies. Like it always works out perfectly like that because it's like a game. So there's always the exact same number of people. Maybe.
Maybe.
I like the see, that's good meta commentary. Is like, you know, there's a bunch of people that actually like believe real life is a simulation and shit.
Aye, yeah. That this is the Matrix or whatever, yeah.
That Elon Musk prick is big on that.
That kind of thinking for me is, I just find it very bothersome.
Why?
Just because. What are you going to do about it if it is? You know, how does it affect overall your decision making?
Well,
you try and grab this guy.
I kind of see it as only like negatively.
Shite.
Bitch! That was too slow, I should have murdered him quicker. I'm taking your gun for no reason.
Yeah, if this is all a simulation, big whoop. I'm sitting playing a video game in it.
Playing a game instead of a game. But, well, my problem is you would get folk that if they get, you know, too into that idea, they might start believing that, like, have you heard the like NPC phrase? Like, some people aren't actually player characters, they're just NPCs. Like, if people actually started to believe that, it'd be like, well, you know, they might turn into like maniacs and like shoot up schools and shit like that. Because well, they're NPCs anyway. Who cares? You might live their lives like it's freaking GTA. What are you?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That's why it's like that. The fundamentals of it don't change. If you follow the moral universe, then you're probably, for me at least, doing the right thing. I'll wait till you get into position, and then if you want me to bust in, fine. If you want to just take him, do you want to take the right? I'll take the left.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this gentleman right square on his nuts. So just say when.
Oh, the door's locked. Shite.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah, you're gonna have to probably take them both in.
Or I could slide down and let you in.
No,
What the
wait too
fuck happened
long.
there?
Wait too long.
Oh, you're a cuck. Not you, him. Man, we are gonna get such a bad score.
One of the others is like that hostage situation where they just killed him.
Did you play totally random? Did you play Last of Us Part 2?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
It's fine.
Okay, I'll play it at some point.
Oh, so you don't know what happens, right?
No,
okay.
I don't know what happens. Right, I'll let you in. Yeah. So yeah, sorry, what were you saying?
Okay, no, just yeah, if it's a simulation, fine. Who cares? I'd still abide by the moral universe that I think is the right way to, in my opinion, live. Go with the fundamentals. You know what I mean? Convert chaos into order. Assimilate, all that good stuff. Yeah, my legs.
Believe
Oh,
you can achieve.
What? Where's that
Believe
from?
Conceiver Chief. It's a gentleman called Luke Rockhold.
It's always a fucking shotgun bastard.
He was a UFC fighter. He's recently retired. He used to be. He was world champion at one point. He was like one of the best middleweights ever, in my opinion. But unfortunately, he became a meme because he got knocked out, and he was and during the press conference beforehand, he was like that. See, I believe it, and if you could conceive it, and you could achieve it, and he just everybody just made fun of him for that. It's a shame.
For rhyming.
Pretty much, yeah. He's like
because he's not a rapper.
There's compilations of what the fuck happened? Oh, because we didn't save the.
Max didn't save the people.
I know there's compilations of him like just trying to like talk trash and he just can't do it. There's a thing he was trying to call it George St. Pierre. He was like, GSP, you better pull out. I'll see you sooner than you, motherfucker. What? It's just
Nothing.
absolutely dreadful.
Right, come on then, open the gates. Alright.
Oh.
I was going to say where they're coming from.
Hot that.
Shit. Coming in the walls.
Just grenaded 3 of them. Whoa, no, yeah. I should probably take some cover there.
Cannot get my machine gun back. Reload
Do
it.
you lot launching freaking grenades at your worthless truck? No, get round there.
Sorry, I'm not really supporting here because I cannot, for the life of me, get my fucking gun to behave.
I see how it feels, eh?
I know.
All you guys watching thought I was just shite at this game.
Meanwhile, this guy, what? There we go. Got one of Sniperoni. Whoopsie diddle.
Why are they all like shooting you? I mean, I'm the one that's killing everybody.
Yeah.
If I brought this up already, I apologise, but yeah, Batman at the moment, the comic is really good, but I still feel like they did the switcheroo because like the trailer for like the kind of upcoming story teased like the sort of 3 Jokers thing being canon, but then it was a dream, and yeah, but then again, he draws attention to the thing that like it's a dream. Because he says, I only dream like when I want to, when I have like a case to solve or something like that. Like he can solve it in his sleep type of thing.
Get it.
So I'm like, well, maybe that's actually like relevant. Maybe there's a reason he's thinking about that. It's like premonition, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they just like, here, do this for the trailer. Basically, just shove this page in if you can. Yeah, but otherwise it's really good so far. What's already happening? Whoa! I quite like this gun. I'm gonna steal it, see if I can get any more ammo. This like M16 thing or whatever it is they've dropped. Where's the right? Where we go? Right, over here.
Doesn't really show us. I'd assume we would open the gate, or if they blow something up.
Ah, there's a door that opens.
Perfect. Right, cool.
Be on the lookout for cats though, because we've still not found any cats. What happens when you find them though?
They'll probably shoot them. Is that a cat? Indestructible TV screens again, fuck's sake. Maybe he's on the radio. Oh, come on mate, just open the door. I'm not in the mood today.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot there are radio logs you can collect and listen to. Man.
Alright, sir. Right, relax.
I think it's just dangerous thinking, having stuff like that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you end up with a whole nihilistic sort of viewpoint in the world. Nothing matters. You don't matter, I don't matter. It's like, fine. If you want to choose to live like that, it is up to you.
His thinking was, it was basically like, statistically speaking or whatever, the odds of us being in what he calls like base reality are like infinity to 1, because like if computers keep advancing, they'll build a simulation and blah blah blah, all that shit. But it's like that's quite a big leap in logic because who says they would do that? Like if there's some advanced civilization, or if we get advanced as that, who says we actually would do it? Like ethically and all that crap. Who's to say we would just start a simulation? We probably wouldn't. Well, I can't say we probably wouldn't. I don't know. I'm just saying that's a big leap to say like, oh, like.
I think we'll start collecting consciousness and recordings, certain people's memories, and try and input them on computers to restore sort of history. I could see that. There was an episode of Black Mirror that was all about it, where they're sort of in an old folks' home, but they can return to the kind of past. Well, not return to the past. They go to like a simulated world.
It's Black Mirror. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's the kind of newer series.
When did this come out?
2020, maybe.
I have no recollection of that.
It's on Netflix.
What's the episode called?
I don't know. It's like an island. They're basically on an island where they're young and but then it changes. It goes from like say the 1950s to the 1960s and whatever else. You genuinely no idea. No recollection.
I thought I'd seen all of Black Mirror. So what happens?
Well, basically,
we don't ruin it. But what?
Well, we aren't spoiling too much about it. They reveal that. No, okay. They reveal that obviously they're old. That when they go into the simulation, they get uploaded essentially to the cloud, so they can live in the simulation forever. Forever be young. Their consciousness will always be there. Which is kind of a nice idea that you'll live forever, but you I assume you'd tire of it. You would tire of life eventually. But then maybe you wouldn't. If you were forever young, forever with your loved ones. I don't know. There's that hypothesis about, if all our needs were met, we lived in like a Garden of Eden style society where your every whim was met, you're just like, you're in a sauna, there's like, let's say, you're fed, watered, whatever, you would just smash up the place because you'd just be bored.
No, I think that's bollocks.
You reckon no?
I do, but I mean, who knows?
I kind of get what they're saying, is that, look, life is a struggle, but the struggle is what makes it kind of worthwhile to an extent.
Well,
all the hippos are dead.
You need shit to do.
Well, exactly. That's the argument. Is like, look, we have no need for you. You don't have to have jobs.
Yeah.
This.
What would you do all day? Yeah,
exactly. What would you do all day?
I suppose I could see that.
You're in a sauna, load of naked chicks or dudes, depending on your preference, and you just bang all day. You're like, no, you'd just be like, oh, this is tedious. And don't get me wrong, I feel some of that is justification for poverty. Like the chronic poverty we have in society. It's like, oh no, you need the struggle. Like,
okay.
No, I don't need to not be able to keep my home and shit. But I get what they're saying. It's that there's a kind of hierarchy of human needs.
It's like a pyramid. There's people have drawn kind of pyramid sort of like diagrams and stuff like that.
It's Maslow's hierarchy of needs is part of it.
Called?
Yeah, that's part of it. You need like the basic human.
You mother bitch.
Sort of facilities like you need shelter, you need water, you need food.
Those you need or you like actually die.
You need sleep, but then the needs build up gradually. So once you get your baseline needs, you actually need to own property, and that's the big problem that I think a lot of the youth of today have, myself included, is that property is disproportionately expensive to what it used to be. So you used to be able to buy a house for like $4,000, however much it was of the average salary. It's like now you need to like spend fucking 30 years paying off a house that's a fraction of the price it was before.
For the same thing, more or less.
Yeah, and there's not a shortage of houses. There absolutely is not.
There's more. Well, actually, I don't know if it's true in this country, but it's definitely true in the US. There's more empty houses than there are homeless people.
Yeah, exactly.
So
in the UK, it's.
I would estimate that it's maybe not exactly that, but it will be similar.
There's certainly enough homes to go around.
Yeah.
Put it that way. There's enough houses to house everyone, and that's assuming everybody lives by themselves, which they don't. You know, most people cohabitate. There is enough houses to house everyone. That is a fact. But the problem is that not every house costs the same. Not every house has the same set of facilities. And the predominant the predominant problem is greed.
Yeah.
Is that you can rent a house, for relatively low cost. You don't have to be a fucking genius to be a landlord. There's there's no checks and balances in place to make sure that you're doing your due diligence. And don't get me wrong, I'm not dissing landlords. I'm not saying every landlord's a fucking, money blood baron who's, just squeezing their tenants for all they're worth.
I'm saying that, but carry on.
But, there's a bit about it's not a hard job.
No, it really
Really, it is. Once you get into it,
you sort of just sit about and do fuck all.
Yeah, exactly. You essentially make more than what you can make on salary, and you just kind of draw in your royalties.
I'm coming to get you. I've got a shield.
Okay.
So just hide it for a second, and I'll draw the fire.
And that's fine. Like I say, if you own maybe a handful of properties, but the problem is that it's we're in a position where there's an imbalance. There's a handful of people who bought up all the kind of council properties way back when.
Yeah.
Because they were dirt cheap. So if you had the foresight to do that, well done. Good for you. But now it's like, okay, these houses are now worth a lot more. When you bought them, they weren't worth that. They're now worth substantially more. But only because you're holding them. Again, modern economics is like Monopoly, fundamentally.
It absolutely is.
And if you start the game of Monopoly with low money and all the properties are already built, you can't play the game. So it's a game. Society's just a game that needs to be played. And fundamentally, the government is there to regulate the rules. That's what its job should fundamentally be. And they haven't been doing that. They've been in favour of landlords just kind of managing the properties, and when I say managing, I use that word very loosely.
Yeah.
There's TV shows like Slum Landlords for a reason, because it's... There we go. Killed that guy. Because it's true, because most properties, certainly in my own experience, are not well managed.
No. There's currently a thingamabobber in Scotland. There's currently they've temporarily capped. You can't up rent, and I'm sure you can evict people, but it's hard at the moment to evict people.
Shit.
And the what is
it's
it?
a shotgun asshole.
What is it? Is that him now?
Just coming towards you. Right, good lad.
Anybody else around him?
No. Nobody nearby.
I should be able to get and there's this is the problem. Is the guy was saying this is actually terrible for everyone because it will turn off investors. It's like, shut the fuck up. It's terrible to not be able to evict people during an energy crisis because so that your rich pals can get
I sympathise
richer in the long run.
I sympathise with both sides. I kind of see why landlords are pissed off. They're like, well, I should be able to evict cunts. There's plenty of slum tenants.
Yeah,
like I said, but yeah, I would say certainly again in my experience there was more slum landlords.
Have some awareness, energy prices are through the roof, blah blah blah, everything else.
Yeah, the last thing
we've
tenants
still not, we've still not recovered exactly, and we're not. Yeah.
If you're a landlord, you're not hard done by.
Yeah, exactly. You're not. You're still getting your money.
Exactly.
They're not saying they don't have to pay rent and the landlord's fucking taking the hit
exactly.
or whatever. It's you can't put them up right now.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what they do. They put them up. They'd be like, oh well, price of energy's up, so
in line with inflation.
Exactly, and it's
the argument is it's in line with inflation, but at the moment the whole thing's screwed because nothing rises in line with inflation.
Yeah, everything's
fucking avocado triples in price. It's like, what?
Where the hell are we going?
I don't know.
Oh, you can fuck these. Well,
follow the cable car. The cable car's there, mate.
Right, there's a wee hang. Oh,
okay. There's a button. I found a button.
Restart cable car.
I'm lucky because I own my house, but I own my house because of a combination of sort of inheritance and whatever else. I was going to say hard work there, but shit.
Well, work.
Yeah, work.
No, I'm just being a man. Oh, I shot him right in the neck. See that? He is fucking dead as fuck.
Oh, we co-op snipered? That's cool.
Wait, what?
We co-op snipered. We shot someone at the same time with our sniper
Oh, did
rifles.
we? Oh, right.
That's going to be a fucking hard trophy to get.
I thought that was going to be some type of like actual mechanic, but...
Aye, but it's a broken system. Fundamentally, it's only going to lead to the point where all the rich people own all the houses, and you know there's no homes for any new people to buy. Yeah, especially and foreign investment is the big problem, I would say, more so than just people in Scotland.
If the money's there, they don't give a fuck. So eventually it'll. Isn't that why what happened in London is there's now the money from other places, like buying up other places and shit, and that's why everything's so crazy expensive then?
Yes, yeah. And America's got huge problems with that. Like there's a town in Boston that no one owns any of the fucking houses. They've all been bought by Chinese investors. It's like, what?
It's pure short-sighted shit like that. It's like some dickhead fucking stockbroker, fat boy.
Yeah, a billionaire just made himself.
Baby, just made himself a wee bit more money.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the
everybody's fucked now.
And it doesn't. Well, yeah, it doesn't improve society because the fundamental, like I said, a human need is you have to own a home. It differentiates between shelter and a home. You need a home. Fundamentally, it's a human need.
But we're good for the economy because we have a lot of people that work for us making minimum wage.
No, exactly, and that's
60 hours a week and can't feed their family.
Yeah, exactly. Landlords aren't entrepreneurs. They're not innovators.
They're not, yeah.
Despite any argument to the contrary, they are not fucking innovators. They're in many ways the worst kind of people because they sit back and just rake it in. Yeah. You know, and that's why regulation needs to improve. Yeah.
Create jobs and all that good stuff.
No, exactly. They're not innovators. They're not building businesses. They just are gaining income because I bought this house. This house is mine now.
Yeah.
And it's a harder racket to get into now, which is only because, most of the houses have already been bought up. And the speed at which they get bought up as well is insane.
Because the other problem it is as well is you're not even... It's not like... an open market a lot of the time. It's not like, okay, this is all up for sale, who'll pay me the most. It's like they'll get first bagsies as well. It's
different laws as well between Scotland, England and wherever else, yeah. So where do you start? So a couple of problems you've got in England is things like land rates and lawyers' fees, which are not well, exactly. But I mean, the problem is if someone backs out of a deal, you lose your money fundamentally.
Right.
Okay. Don't know how we disengaged the beacon, but apparently we did.
It was in the helicopter.
Oh, sweet.
Do we need to shoot him in the back as well? All right.
Yeah, I assume we do. Shoot his... Oh, he's a grenade launching us.
Uh-oh. Kick it away.
Yeah, why did we just stand and watch it? God damn it. Sorry, just trying to fill this cunt with bullets before he gets the chance.
What am I counting down to?
I don't know. I assume him blowing our asses up. Or we're trying to get to him, maybe? I don't know. Oh shit. Whoa.
I'm out of sniper bullets, whoa.
Sorry, the point I was trying to make is, so yeah, the lawyers' fees and land rates. Land rates are just a disgusting fucking abuse of money power, whereby you have to constantly pay for the land. Sorry, this is my fucking house. I bought this. The land by definition should be mine. But no, in England you pay a land rate, where it's like, you can buy it outright, but then you can't transfer it.
Try and get behind this guy.
So it's like, and it's not a lot apparently. I'm sure when we were living down south, I'm sure it was like 50 quid, say. Like, I don't know. Could have been as little as 50 quid a year. Might have been 50 quid a month, which is a lot more obviously, but I don't remember it being obscene. But it's been a while since I lived down in England, so yeah, maybe talk shit. Why won't this guy die? Fucking.
I think we need to shoot him in the back again. Whoa.
I reckon.
I did. No, I'm fine apparently.
And it's stuff like that. You know, they abolished it in Scotland years ago. And same with the lawyers' fees. And same with the way that negotiations are held for a house. It's like you make your bid and that's it.
Yeah.
In Scotland. Shite bastards around us. Yeah, he's got pals. Fuck.
Pals, oh no, maybe.
You know, and once you make your offer for a house, that's it. You know what I mean? And people are like, oh, but it means that I could have got it for substantially less. It's like, but we have all these like evaluations that are done for what the house is worth. So if you make an offer, and yes, someone might make an offer substantially more than you, but fundamentally the house is going for a kind of designated rate. You know what I mean? It's not going for obscenely above or below market. And mortgages affect that as well. You know, you only get a mortgage for the value of the home. You don't get a mortgage for like the amount you need, which is a bit of a problem.
Right.
Anything above the sort of asking price of the house, you have to pay in addition to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but again, the fundamental problem isn't a lack of houses, right? So back to the first point, people need houses. That's a need. They have to have it. We can't kid ourselves that people are not going to need houses. So how do we sort that? Well, like I said, first of all, you have to manage the supply and demand problems. So how about you stop letting people from abroad buy a house in this country? And yeah, like you said before, it'll be bad for business. And I know you didn't say it, but I know you were kind of quoting it. It's not, fundamentally, it's not bad for business. It's bad for communities, and it's bad for...
In the short term, it would be quote unquote bad.
Yeah, the market would dip.
No, it isn't.
House prices would dip for a shortened period, but fundamentally, those people, if they want to make money, substantial amounts of money, property shouldn't be the way they're sucking it out. Because property is too important to society.
They'd rather make 10 quid today than 200 quid next week.
Yeah, exactly. They do get them opening businesses. That's what investors are meant to be for. Should we kill the
tiger?
Shoot the tiger.
Did you? I was gonna say no. Okay, it's my character that does it as well.
I made the call as well.
Horse shit. I did not want to shoot that poor line.
My original plan was to do a bad playthrough and then do a good playthrough, but I kind of lost track.
Let's just do whatever we think is.
In the moment, funnier. I didn't want to shoot the tiger. I find it hard to remember if I play through this again what decision I made. So I just do all bad, all good, whatever.
That line.
This tiger's got a fucking backstory, didn't it? No.
Oh, she's sad.
Where are they going with this?
White tiger, extinct.
Oh.
Was that the last one ever?
No, but if
it was the last one ever, it was on its way out anyway.
Extinct. What were they going to do? Fucking clone it?
And, yeah. I've not really been paying attention to the story. Maybe they were actually going to clone it.
Yeah, bullshit. It doesn't matter if it was the last one. It was dead. Fuck off, game. Don't try and get guilt trip me over my fucking impulse decision.
Put it out of its misery.
If it was the last tiger ever, it was the last tiger. Boo hoo. Right.
Let's try and save this guy to, equal things out.
Maybe get back into morality. I'm with you. Maybe
because humans are more important than extinct tigers. Fight me.
Controversial.
Fight me.
I agree. I think fundamentally human life takes priority.
I'm gonna
baby falls into a tiger cage. Shit out of bullets. You shoot the tiger. Sorry, shoot the tiger. Save the baby.
Look at Harambe. That's what happened with Harambe. A wee 5-year-old or whatever jumped in, and Harambe was about to say alright to him, and they shot him. They smoked him.
What was Harambe?
Harambe was the gorilla.
Oh yeah.
Remember, and a kid fell into the cage or something like that, and they shot him.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, it's the fucking height of stupidity. If your child falls in the cage, all the signs are there.
Yeah.
I don't know the story. Maybe he genuinely like snuck through the bars or whatever, or there wasn't enough cover to protect the child. But
I've no idea.
there's all these signs at all these zoos. Don't hang your child over the ledge and shit like that. And you see all these dumb cunts doing it. And certainly one of the big fucking irritating things I saw at a zoo when we were in Europe is it says don't feed the animals, and there's all these cunts. I'm talking fucking 10, 20 people throwing fucking bananas and shit to the fucking like elephants and just dumb motherfuckers. Says don't feed them. And then a llama started spitting a llama started spitting at one of them, and they're like, "Oh, stupid animal!" And it's dumb cunts like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, that llama spat at me. We'll just have to put it down. Oh, fuck you, mate. You're the kind of cunt that doesn't deserve to have your house bought for you.
I mean, there was a great thing I saw, and it was like these lassies, and one of them had like a glass of wine in their hand, so they were probably boozing it up. And the cat's like, meow, like, get away from me, and she goes like, what is it? And like goes to pet, and it goes like, and like sort of tries to scratch her. And they were like, oh my god, the cats are so crazy, and I was so glad that all the comments were absolutely slating them, like, you people shouldn't have a pet cat. The cat's clearly in distress. It clearly wants left alone. Maybe it didn't know, like, the guests or what have you, and it just wanted left alone.
Yep.
She's got a glass of wine in her hand. Who knows how drunk they were or weren't, but like, it doesn't look good. And you're up like boiling the cat. It's like, no, and you're trying to make it as if like, oh my god, cats are so crazy, LOL. It's like, no, you're just
like and subscribe.
Yeah, you're just being an arsehole with that poor cat. That poor cat just wanted left alone. So yeah.
It's us. We're solving these world problems.
I know.
Yeah, but how do you solve that, man? Again, do you know a fundamental problem with people? Human beings in general, right? There's three things that human beings, like the majority of human beings, rationally tell themselves, right?
Oh, like, I'm good, I'm smart.
Yeah, I'm good, I'm smart, and I have free will. Oh shit, I think two guys just ran straight past you. And those three things are just so fucking dangerous, man, because there's so many people who aren't either of those things. Oh, sorry. Any of those things.
Popped right. Oh no,
there's a guy down there.
Popped round the corner, just heavy shotgun, fuck him.
You know. Unless you've had like an IQ test validating your intelligence to be, above, let's call it say 110. Oh shit. Then you're not smart. Sorry. And the problem is no one will admit that to themselves. People could have done an IQ test and got like 40, got an obscenely low and go, no, it's the test that's wrong. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is fundamentally as humans we can't take that about ourselves. We would never assume that we are not smart. And that's hyper dangerous. As a species, it's hyper dangerous. But it's also why we're the dominant species. We've never looked at a gorilla and went, maybe that cunt's smarter than me. We've rightfully, but also wrongfully assumed, no, I'm fucking smart. I can punch this tiger to death.
I'm thinking of that Simpsons clip where it's like, it's Skinner, and he's like, maybe it's me that's out of touch. No, it must be the children, or
yeah.
Must be everyone, or whatever he says.
Yeah.
What the hell? I just warped over here, but that was cool. The free will. It's the righteous one.
Oh shit! Mock surrender. Ready? We should have agreed left.
Everybody, man.
Just as well we had that slow-mo get fucking dead.
Just stomp on them a few times. Sam and Shagger saved you. I know the morality one's worse to me because that's why you get.
Well, abusive husband. Well, abusive everybody. Abusive wives and husbands.
They can't see that I'm trying to help them. It's like I heard something.
Yeah, they rationalise it. They absolutely rationalise it.
Laura's into her TikTok videos and stuff like that. She showed me one that. Normally I can just kind of take them in stride and just be like, lol, what a moron. But what really annoyed me and it was they were talking about the guy who'd like cheated on her, and then he was trying to justify it. He was like, oh, but like, see it from my point of view, like, because I felt bad about it, that showed me how much I care about you.
What?
And you're like, what the fuck? You shouldn't have to cheat on somebody to know
how much you care for them.
But that's what I'm saying is like you get folk like that, and a lot more people than you would think or hope. But that's how they think. They're like, oh, but see, now I know like how much I care about you, and I would never do that again. So it's fine. So it was a good thing.
Well, I mean, by all means, use life as a lesson.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes, but that's different. That's justifying it. That's like, so in the long run, like it's a good thing. And you're like, no, it just isn't. And the problem with that is that they'll do other shitty things and be like, oh, but
I'm not vindicating cheating either. By the way, my opinion on it is if you cheat, that's it. Relationship over.
I think it should be.
There's not a one strike policy on that personally.
It's
by all means,
policy for me.
Your relationship's yours. Ultimately, I don't care what you decide to do, but for me, it's like that's a non-starter. You need trust in a relationship. I think if your partner has ever cheated on you, they will again. You can't, kind of like with naughty children, you can't permit behaviour like that. You just what we counting down?
I don't know what this countdown thing is.
Sorry, I'm just trying to headshot this guy. There we go. Fight your way out. Okay. Shit, out of bullets.
How did you... that's how, yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Shooting your throat. I was trying to like zoom in more. Well, that's how, the thing about Dr. Steamer had this good book that he lent me. Or no, he was going to lend me it and then he never did because that's Steamer all over. He always says he'll lend you shit and then he just doesn't. Don't lend him anything either because he has it for like 3 years before you get back. But anyway, he's a good guy. But anyway, so he was on about it's like the psychopath test or something like that. And he was saying it's one of those things where it describes like if they have a high opinion of themselves and anything like that. And it said, so the thing is, if you're reading it and you think any of it describes you and you start to worry like, oh, maybe I'm crazy, it doesn't, because the whole point is crazy. Like a psychopath would read it and be like, that's not me at all. I don't have a high opinion of myself. I have a perfectly like in line with reality opinion of myself. It's just I'm amazing. And they'll justify their evil actions as like, oh well that guy's bad, or he deserved it, or what have you, anything like that. So if you read things like that and you think, oh crap, that describes me, it doesn't.
No,
but pretty much because they don't. I think it's something like addicts don't identify as being addicts. That's why the whole first step is admitting it. Yeah,
they rationalise their behaviour. Again, back to the man who cheats on his partner. Or the woman who cheats on the partner, whatever. They rationalise their behaviour. They're like, no, I'm not a bad person. I'm living life to the full. I'm living vicariously, and I had the opportunity for a great experience. And why shouldn't I explore my feelings for this other part? No, bullshit. And again, that's why I don't believe we're in the Matrix, and why I subscribe to the high moral universe I believe we need to live in. Because this shit was like known back in the kind of days of old. The BCs, they established all this. The fucking 10 Commandments. You know what I mean? This is all well documented. They're like, look, the world's too chaotic, right? We can't have you all out there killing each other and fucking each other and telling lies and shit, because we'll fucking never evolve as a species.
Yeah, it's almost sort of like built in. Like you get a lot of the like pseudo-intellect. Atheism's become one of those things. It's like pure pseudo-intellectual. It's like, I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you because it used to be I'm better and smarter than you because I'm a Christian, and you still get folk like that. But it's actually much more common now. That's like, I'm better and smarter than you because I'm an atheist. And it's like, whether you're an atheist or not, you've got to, if you don't agree that if everybody just naturally lived their lives abiding by pretty much the 10 Commandments, wouldn't that
the 10 Commandments
be a nice place to live?
The 10 Commandments is a good start.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of just.
It's like these are the basics.
It's shit that kind of goes without saying. Like if you bring up the 10 Commandments, you always get the mad pseudo-intellectual atheists. Like, if you need rules to live by, then you're just a bad person on a leash. And it's like, I kind of agree with what you're saying, but like, again, the 10 Commandments, I don't give a shit that Moses supposedly found stone tablets that said it. That's irrelevant to me. It's like the points he's making. I'm like, yeah, that's just how. If no one had ever told me that, I'd like to think that I would just live my life that way naturally. You need to just agree that
why? It's like if you ask somebody, why do you not go about killing cunts, and they go like that because I'd get the jail. Well,
Yeah,
do you not think you should just not kill cunts?
Yeah, the jail shouldn't be the deterrent. It's like I say, it's subscribe to that moral universe of this is the right way to do things.
I think I need to shoot him from behind.
It'll pay for itself. If you act that way, it'll pay for itself.
Yeah.
Shit.
We need to try and lure this job fucked out a little bit.
Exactly. I know. You fucking just blew me out of my cover.
He's looking at me.
He blew me. Yeah, it's just it's the starting point fundamentally. But a lot of people don't subscribe to it anymore. They're like, no, open relationships, all that shit. It's like, no.
Yeah. One thing, I don't really like Jordan Peterson. I think he's a dick, right? But
I like Jordan Peterson. I need to know why you think
one of the points that, like, again, it's the pure ultra SJWs. Like, they always go debunking Jordan Peterson's points, and they go on. They basically just slag him off and bring up shit that he said like 40 years ago and stuff like that. And I'm like, even if I'm on your side here, you're not debunking anything because you're not actually addressing what he said.
Yeah, no.
You're not. You're saying like, oh, we should all abide by what some 60-year-old cis white male says, and I'm like, well, I don't give a fuck about his age or his gender or anything like that. Address the point. Like you're saying like, oh yes, because he should have the right to tell us how we should live.
I've heard that.
I don't care about where he's from or any of that shit. Address the point he's making. It's like he says like he's on about in Scandinavia they have like they've made the largest steps to like equality in the workplace between like men and women and shit like that, and it's like the ratio of like men to women in typically one professions that are considered usually dominated by one gender or the other, like nursing for example, the gap got even bigger when they got as it equal opportunity and all that shit. It got even bigger. Even more women were in the typically female professions, and even more men were in the typically male ones. It got bigger. If anything, it's like people don't feel like they have to prove themselves and shit like that. It's like, but you bring up those points and they go like debunking this point, and they never actually debunk it. They basically just go, well, he said it, and I don't like him, so fuck that. It's like, well, but that's just be objective. Like address the point, not the guy making the point.
Shit.
Fuck.
No bollocks. You're nowhere near me, are you?
No, I just ran away, but I think I can get.
I'll try and get out of fire.
I try and get like behind the thing. Right here.
You're a better target.
So jump on.
Agreed.
I think I'm in the middle. Fuck.
Nah. Fuck that right, royally up. But
what was I saying before I mentioned Geordie?
You're talking about the cisgender white male.
Nah, before that it was something about like the Ten Commandments or something like that. Oh yeah, no. So you were on about polyamorous like relationships and all that crap. He made a point that all he said. Maybe I'm misquoting him, but what I fucking hell, we're miles away. Is that basically what he said is we don't know how it will affect society because it's like new, and
right.
people were slating him for it. I'm like, but he's right. I'm going right, okay.
Drop it, motherfucker.
Aye, or the point he was making, or whatever, or as far as I know was, he was saying we don't know how it will affect society. Like I think he was on about like same sex parents and shit like that. It's like we don't actually know how it will affect like kids' development because it's quite new. And I'm like, well, that's a pretty reasonable statement. He didn't say.
We live in an evidence-based society.
Yeah.
Or we should live in
if he did say...
That's how science works.
If he did say lesbian couples should not have kids, it's disgusting, then I don't agree with that. But if you're saying we don't know, like, long-term, if it will...
No, exactly, because it's such a complicated argument of nature versus nurture.
Yeah. We don't know. We don't know.
There's evidence of a child adopts, to an extent, the sort of characteristics of both the maternal and the paternal figures in their life, and that's not necessarily a mum or a dad. It can also be like aunts, uncles, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And trying to scientifically explain that is really, really complicated.
I Aye,
But we're
that's the other thing.
gonna try anyway.
All this shit's really complicated, and people don't like complicated. They like.
Yeah, because it again, it's I assume I'm smart.
Yeah, they like little, you know, stuff you can sum up in
2 seconds.
yeah, tweets. Fucking 140 characters. They like tweets because that's easy to understand, and they can retweet it and get likes and feel like they're smart and, you know, morally the opposite of bankrupt, whatever that would be. Morally freaking righteous or what have you.
Oh, co-op sniper. How have we managed to shoot 4 people with the co-op sniper? Pretty good. Ah, fucking. There we go.
So I'm a fucker.
Is he dead? He is now. You see a mounted gun? I don't fucking see
Oh shit! Yes, I do. It's over here.
it. I'll stick with the right. Like, I know an individual. An individual, shall I say, who got engaged to someone, cheated on them,
Right.
went away for a weekend, then was brought over on an expensive holiday abroad with them, enjoyed that expensive holiday for 2 weeks or whatever,
Right.
having cheated on them, having known that this wasn't right. They were engaged to them, so they were engaged prior to cheating on them.
Yep.
And then went over there and then was like, no, this isn't working. After the holiday. Not
Okay.
prior to the holiday. And it's like, no, I'm morally righteous. I'm in the right here. And it's not about right or wrong. It's about, does that feel decent to you? Especially now when the person's asking for the ring back. And their argument is, well, you're not going to give the ring to someone else, are you? And I'm like,
That's not the point.
fuck it. Well, even if I'm not giving it to someone else, I'd be like, I want it back. I fucking bought it. You're not keeping it. It's £1,200 ring, or however expensive it was. You know what I mean? Like,
It's the
3 months' wage or whatever.
yeah.
Although that's not 3 months.
Yeah.
Depending on your wage, that's not 3 months.
Well, the 3 months wage thing is irrelevant anyway, because it's like, depending on how much you make, that's way too much.
Yeah, the ring is
or not enough.
The price of the ring is very much not my point here.
Yeah.
My point is that fundamentally, to me at least, is not the way you should be conducting yourself. Think they should give it back?
Yeah, I think they should give it back. I mean,
again, it's not for us to say, and how people live their lives, but certainly for me, it's like just that bit of, is decency the right word? Probably, but if that's the way people are out there all conducting themselves, then yeah, no wonder the world's just going to get shittier and shittier. I want the world to get better, not shittier. And I dare say most people
you see,
aren't going to act like that, but that's, for me, it's just, that's things like Tinder, and like the point you mentioned there about John Pearson saying about, we need to all be exploring our sexuality, and if I want to, be with whoever, it doesn't matter.
Slut shaming.
Slut shaming? What? How are we slut shaming?
No. That's what I'm saying. Is some folk are like, if I want to get banged by 8 guys in the space of 43 minutes, then that's my choice, and you can't slut shame me. It's like if you don't want to go out with me after that, then you're slut shaming. It's like, well,
I think it shows.
I wouldn't want to go out with a woman that had banged 8 dudes in 42 minutes.
I would be inclined to agree.
But you can't say that these days because slut shaming, and I'm like,
I don't think
come
it's
on, guys,
slut
like,
shaming.
what the
I
hell?
think the choice is mine. Well, the choice is ours, because again, relationships are meant to be mutual. There is no such thing as a perfect relationship, and that's part of the problem, I think, as well, with modern day relationships, is that there's an expectation. Oh, it needs to be perfect. It needs to subscribe to my idea of a perfect relationship.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship. Every relationship's slightly different. Shit, his little backpack. Ah, you cunt.
I'm right behind you, so I'm gonna try and...
Right, okay. Yeah, if you want to shoot him shoot him in the ass.
We've got
Back's turned to me.
him in the pincer move. What bit is it I'm trying to...
That little backpack.
Oh, the little bit. I was
Yeah,
in
there
a
we
bit
go.
too high.
Prick.
Give me the money.
Anyone else? Nope. Good.
Who else wants some of this?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Do what you want in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, that's my thoughts as well. It's just like that goes both ways.
But have they?
If you want to get banged by 8 guys in 42 minutes, I don't know why I'm using this as an example, but if you want to do that, you go right ahead. But I don't want to. I wouldn't want to go out with you after that, and that's my choice. It's like you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. It's like do whatever you want, but I'm also free to not agree with that and not subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Just like I for fun, I fist fight guys in a cage. You get people that are like, oh, it's barbaric. It should be banned and all that type of thing. And I'm like, well, but you want to get banged by 8 dudes in 42 minutes, but I'm not allowed to fist fight guys in a cage. Like, how can you be so for one thing, one fairly radical thing, and so against another?
Well, because we all have different value systems.
Yeah, another type of
and I think
free will.
I think it's really ignorant. And again, because people assume they're smart, I think it's really ignorant of you to assume that you can write your own moral system. It's like, no, it's been written. Like they proof tested it for over thousands of years.
Yeah. Well,
and it's not just. I'm not insisting that you follow Christianity either.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I get it, but yeah,
they've trialed and errored this shit. They had all these they had
10 Commandments as a base of how to live.
Yeah, they had Sodom and
basically
Gomorrah. They had all this. They had people just fucking stealing shit from each other and fucking doing each other up the ass and whatever else. And they were like, this really isn't working. See, when all's said and done, like, this is not working. This
is not sustainable.
Yeah, this isn't sustainable. They went to collect tax and found, half of the people were dead.
Yeah.
And no one was happy. No one was safe. We weren't meeting basic human needs. And we definitely weren't progressing towards.
Yeah.
By the way, your ultimate human need is self-actualization.
Yeah, that's like top of the...
Yeah, that's, and that again, that's becoming the version of yourself that you see yourself as.
Right, yeah,
so it's the most difficult one.
Accomplishing all your goals and all that good stuff.
Yeah, becoming the best. It's not even the best version of yourself. It's the version of yourself that you most sort of respect, and you can look yourself in the mirror and you go, do you know what? I like this guy. I dig this guy. I like the way they conduct themselves. They live true to my own kind of values.
My guy just did a weird
And when I say values, for example, my kind of 5, because we've done all these value training at work and whatever else, my 5 values are like fitness, romance, independence, skillfulness, and I can't remember the 5th one. But what I mean. But the independence one is an interesting one. Because like, oh no, we should work collaboratively, which is what this is. I'm conscious of the fact that I don't entirely value collaborative working, but I do see the benefit of it. It's not to say that I don't value other things, like trust. One of my wife's main ones is like trust. But she's like trust, kindness, fun. I think humour. That's my other one, humour. But she's like fun and creativity. And it's interesting because Ethan is like fun, creativity,
shotgun guy.
Power, interestingly enough.
Right.
So one of his main value systems is power. So he'll be looking for a job. Shit, I'm fucking being a coup of this. This shotgun asshole fucking just...
Explode grenade! Oh, thank fucking goodness.
Good save.
And he's just fine. He just freaking pops right up.
Just walked it off.
Oh, and I'm in a corner. I need help. Send help.
I'm doing what I can. Can. It's not enough.
I think I got one. No.
No. I'll fuck this as well.
Shitty balls.
Too much fucking chat. Move! Don't.
No.
What?
Fond of my ass.
I ain't heard of that. But Ethan would value a job position, and your values are interesting because they help reflect what kind of job you'd be good at. So if I value independence and skillfulness, it's more suited to me to be a consultant than it is to work in like a job that requires a lot of team working. So like an agile project management role where you have to be constantly interacting with people. It's like I don't value it, and as my personality profile and shit shows as well, I don't actually work well like that. So it's stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can have your own values. You have your own personality. That's all cool. But like I say, there's stuff there already. You know, see if your life's in absolute turmoil, try following the 10 Commandments. Like, actually following them.
Yeah.
Not pretending to follow them when people are watching.
Yeah.
Like, actually follow them and see how much better your life will be.
Yeah.
And that's kind of John Peterson's whole deal with his 12 Rules for Life.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because again, I don't remember all 12 of them off the top of my head, but I remember hearing them and being like, I mean, yeah.
A lot of them are kind of copy from other things.
Yeah. Some of them are metaphor as well, and that's another thing people don't seem to get, because isn't like number one like clean your room or something?
Yeah.
Right, but people don't understand it. Number one, yes, he does literally mean clean your room, but he also means metaphorically have your own shit together before you go trying to like.
Yeah, there's
telling someone else to clean their room when yours is a tit type of thing.
Yeah, there's people out there who are trying to tell us how to rebuild society. You're like, no, we should have this and that.
And their life's a fucking riot.
Yeah, exactly. It's like fundamentally they couldn't stay in university. They have no stable relationship. They have no job.
Yeah.
Their family despise them. You know, they've got a toxic relationship with their family. Because of them, not because of the way their parents act. You know, but because of fundamentally the way they act. They have no friends, or they have friends who only echo their opinion.
Yeah, that's a big one. If someone has no friends, like,
it's a horrible thing as well.
Laura says, if it smells like shite everywhere you go, check your own shoes.
Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but it's a horrible thing.
If everyone you've ever met is a dick, are they really? Like, statistically speaking, that could be the case, but it's much more likely that you're a dick.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You're intolerant of other people. And it's a tough one again, like everything. Because there's people who have gone through a lot of suffering, a lot more suffering than potentially we have.
Yeah, sure.
But at the same time, you don't know. It's something I'm doing a lot of right now as a manager, is being very sympathetic towards one individual in particular.
Okay.
Not because he's clearly stated it, but because on Facebook he's put something to do with his personal circumstances. Right. So effectively this person's been widowed,
right.
Which is
must be shit.
It is. It's completely shitty, and they're showing all the signs of emotional distress. You know, like they are really struggling to get the work done and focus and have you know, these periods of like intense sort of anger, basically.
I don't
you
know
know
if I can get to you.
No. Shit, I'm dying. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're miles forward.
I'm hopefully out of range of anybody else.
Yeah.
What?
I
You got wounded.
I could not get to you. My problem with Jordy Peterson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it's so he makes good points, like when Russia became like, you know, like Marxist or whatever, or was it Poland? Where was it that adopted like the kind of like Marxist?
It probably was Russia. Yeah.
Was it Russia? So he's like, they tried that and everybody died and, you know, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and I'm like, okay, fair point. But my problem is that if you bring any belief or whatever that was like part of Marxism is instantly bad.
Yeah,
and I'm like, we could adopt certain.
Yes, socialist reforms.
It's like
that would help society almost immediately.
Yeah,
what
but
the fuck?
We're like, oh, but that's socialism. We don't want to do that. And you're
sorry,
like,
my controller was freaking out. And I jumped over a fence that I didn't want to jump over. I'll try and crawl out of range.
If I get him, I can get you.
You know, it's there. But I've managed to crawl, drag my fat ass out of fucking bullet fire. Oh damn it!
Yeah, it's like the Yanks are really bad for this. It's like, oh, we can't do that. That's socialism.
Yeah, no,
like,
and Jordan Peterson's the same. Jordan Peterson's just as bad. Any idea, he goes, no, that's Marxism. Fucking neo-Marxism. You're like, fuck off. Not everything is like fucking postmodern neo-Marxism. For a start, his fucking hero, Nietzsche, never clearly defined what postmodernism is, right? So all this, postmodernism doesn't have a defined term, and Jordan Peterson, for all his like positive, like I think, affirmations,
Yeah.
he uses that postmodernism, and I'm like, I don't know what postmodernism is, and it's never been well defined, even by his glorious hero like fucking Nietzsche. It's like postmodernism was never well defined, right? So stop using postmodern. Oh, people are just being postmodern. No, they're not. They're not just being postmodern. Postmodern is not like necessarily a well defined thing.
There's
no point anyway. It's like,
well, didn't Nietzsche like believe he's like better than everybody?
no. He's like, you need to incorporate your shadow into yourself. So basically, you have all these like desires, you have all these negative thoughts and negative feelings, and you can't repress them, or you shouldn't repress them.
Right.
And it's a bit about this. Back to what we said: the three things that everyone assumes about themselves. You know, I'm good. What was I again? I'm good. I have free will, I'm smart. Yeah. So he's like, you need to accept that you maybe aren't all three of those things, and worse, you're maybe like a philanderer. Maybe you're a fucking degenerate gambler. Maybe you're a drug addict. Again, it's why the first stage of rehabilitation is admit you have a problem. And that's more what Nietzsche was about. He was about incorporating those aspects of yourself that are negative, learning to accept them. Come on, god damn it. Sorry, I've brought the shotgun guys over.
Oh shit, where are they? Because let's try and kill them.
Yeah, let's try and be smart about this. Let's try and snipe the shit out of them before they even come over. They'll come over the left bridge, I feel. Or where are they?
Yeah, right. Okay, they're right in front of me. If you.
Where are you? Oh, God.
I'm going more towards where we started off.
Okay, I see them. See those assholes, man? They just run straight at you. That's the problem. It's like, yeah, here's three heavily armoured motherfuckers.
Right behind me still, I think.
Get to actual fuck. Who's shooting at me now? Oh,
they're both coming towards you.
They're both coming directly towards me. No, fuck.
He's got his helmet off, one of them, so, right, one of them's dead. The other one's looking at me.
Tried to draw his attention a wee bit.
Yeah, now he's coming over towards you. So I'm going to shoot from behind. He just does not want to die, does he?
No.
But we've almost got him though. Just hide, just hide. Just keep circling and hide.
Duck and weave. Yes! Asshole! Fucking hell. Thank you. I'm pretty sure you killed him though.
You might have got like the final
the money. I got the money. That's what matters, man. Like, fuck it, gonna flank these cunts. But you have to take advantage as well of your negative qualities as well as your positive ones. Like one of the things it says in my personality profile, right? So I'm an INTJ, for anyone who's curious about all that. So your Briggs-Myers personality type, it's like, it gives you a list of strengths and weaknesses. And one of my main ones is arrogance. Right. And it's like, you have to be aware of the fact that you can come across arrogant. And are arrogant. Oh shit.
Fucking shot you too.
You know what I mean? And it's like, well, that's important for you to know. I could sit in denial and be, no, I'm not arrogant. No, I don't believe I'm arrogant. Which is ironic because it's pretty arrogant, isn't it? But it's like that everyone's got a different set of strengths and weaknesses, and that's what I'm saying. It's not a one size fits all. You got to figure it out for yourself.
Decent.
Nay cats. Non-committal criminals. A decent animal. I killed the animal. FS. How morally bankrupt am I?